resistance right down the middle, and it divides the north and the south, because right in the beginning they're all unified. And so God's going to divide them. So now the northern tribal people, they got to form their own coalition, and the south have to form their coalition, but it wasn't all plan. So,
We're still getting feedback.
oh, is it? Okay. You never know what's going to happen.
I thought maybe
Yeah.
that might.
Was it on?
No.
Okay.
Something's.
Something's getting kooky here. All right. So historically, we know that Egypt controlled Canaan up until the time of the Exodus, and they were still looked upon as the world power of that day. And so Joshua's right around 1400. Moses comes out of Egypt in 1445, 1446. You got 40 years in the wilderness, so you're right down to 1399, 1400. And at that time, Egypt was the world power. They used to control all the way up to the Euphrates, and they had different puppet governments that went on, and they still controlled. And sometimes they'd have rebellions among the Canaanites. In fact, prior to the Exodus, there was a little rebellion, and one of the sons of the Pharaoh went over there to deal with it. All that to say, after the Exodus, Egypt really lost their power, so they didn't have the control over Canaan and these other areas. And so with the discovery of the Amarna letters, we find that all over the place, not just in Canaan, but we know certain letters from Canaan that existed where they were called Southern Coalition because they can't all join hands anymore because they've divided the country. So the Jews had just finished a great covenant renewal up in Shechem. If you remember, that was the last thing that they did in chapter 8, and they renewed the covenant, and they had the blessing and the cursing. They had Mount Gerizim, and they had Mount Ebal. Ebal was the cursing. They put the altar up there, made sacrifices, and we covered all that last week. And just like after the great victory at Jericho and the unbelievable defeat at Ai, we made this statement a couple weeks ago that the people of God are never more vulnerable or more in danger than after a great victory. And this is a spiritual truth. The minute you get great victory and you think everything's great, we tend to let our guard down. Right? Happens all the time. And then we take a couple more steps and bang, we're in